Bring in UKZN Historical Studies lecturer Kuthula Thwala, who joins us to expand the conversation. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. I mean, this is clearly a critical matter which needs to be urgently addressed. What do you make of these very serious allegations of corruption involving several high-profile officials around the Ingonyama Trust?
Good evening to you, and good evening to the viewers as well. Well, Ingonyama Trust as an institution is not unique to what is currently happening in South Africa. South Africa is painted in what we call corruption. I don't want us to go back into how Ingonyama Trust came about because it is already in public domain. But it worries you as a South African if you have got an institution that by law avoids the scrutiny or the activity of the Auditor General, and that on its own created a space for individuals to feed themselves, as is the case of what is happening in various departments, including the highest office in the land, as that is common and known to everyone who's a South African. That is what I make of it. So it's just people failing not to hold back and not steal if there is an opportunity for them to do so.
Because, you know, as we look at the breakdown of some of these allegations over the trust, I mean, we're talking about land worth 30 million rand being sold without consent. Also allegations around board member leadership having sold a farm of the trust worth 21 million rand, still without the consent of the king, who's a sole trustee. What do these allegations reveal about the composition of the board and the king's powers and muscle within the frame?
Yeah, the king, in the current scheme of things, will be a subject of people fighting around particular position, are aware that the sitting Zulu Kingly is an entity or the situation where there are always wranglings, and those who might want to use those evil means to sabotage the king would wait for no minute to ensure that they steal whatever is available for them. Remember this starting new king having taken over. He is a sole trustee, but then you ask yourself, where were the measures to ensure that these things one would make sure that they do not happen. It also says even the king himself did not take measures to ensure that there is no space for such things to happen, let alone the fact that you have what was 4 months Zulu homeland coming again to be called Ingonyama.
With all the suggestions that the king has previously tried to suspend the board, but his actions were revoked by Minister Zwanele Nyonso of Rural Development and Land Reform. We've also learned that as a result, Amabuto are angry over what they regard as a disrespect meted out against the king. What does this and these tensions, what do they mean for the trust which holds land for the benefit of the members of the tribes and communities living on that very land?
I think the king, as the sole trustee, did so on behalf of his adherents, these people. When the board members were expected to be honest, and not only honest, but ensuring that there is every good that was going to be done to end.
Okay, we seem to have a connection situation there, unable to connect to our guest. We will, of course, try and see if we can get hold of him again. But, of course, just him weighing in on one of the big stories of the day.